Welcome back to the Glam Popcorn, where we break down the boldest and most unforgettable red carpet moments. Today, we're diving into the weirdest looks from the Met Gala 2026. Ew. The outfits that made us stop, stare, and question everything. Let's get into it. Look number 15, Emma Chamberlain's clockwork corset. Emma Chamberlain shocked fans with one of her boldest Met Gala looks ever. She wore a metallic corset gown covered in tiny gears, chains, antique watch parts, and mechanical details running across the bodice. At first glance, it looked elegant. But once cameras zoomed in, it became clear the entire dress looked like a luxury grandfather clock exploded onto fabric.
Even the skirt panels had spinning gear illusions built into them.
Some fans loved the steampunk creativity. Others said she looked like a haunted clock tower. Cinderella if she built robots, time itself attending the Met Gala. Weird? Definitely. But Emma always knows how to keep people talking. Look number 14, Naomi Osaka's neon armor gown. Naomi Osaka arrived in a structured neon gown that looked half couture, half battlesuit. The shoulders were oversized and sharply sculpted like futuristic armor. The bodice glowed under camera flashes, while reflective panels made the dress look almost electronic. Some people said she looked like a superhero queen from the year 3000. Others joked she was ready to fight villains after dinner. It was powerful, dramatic, and slightly intimidating. Not many people can combine athletic energy with red carpet weirdness, but Naomi pulled it off. Look number 13, Connor Story's Shadow Prince look. Rising star Connor Story made sure nobody forgot his name. He wore a black velvet suit with exaggerated feathered shoulders, crystal tears under the eyes, and silver embroidery crawling across the jacket like vines. The feathers moved every time he turned, making the outfit feel alive. Some fans called it mysterious and artistic. Others said he looked like Dracula at Paris Fashion Week, a gothic raven prince, the villain in a luxury fantasy movie. One thing is certain, it was dramatic and impossible to ignore. Look number 12, Heidi Klum's crystal cocoon gown. Heidi Klum has never feared weird fashion, and she proved it again. She appeared wrapped in a giant silver cocoon-shaped gown covered in thousands of crystals. The silhouette was so unusual that from some angles, she looked like a human sculpture. Walking was clearly a challenge. Turning corners probably required assistance. Social media joked she looked like a glamorous alien egg, a disco chrysalis, a butterfly loading screen. Strange? Yes. But memorable? Absolutely. Look number 11, Sarah Paulson's giant bow dress. Sarah Paulson brought camp energy in a dramatic ivory gown dominated by a bow so oversized it almost became the whole outfit. The bow spread across the shoulders and back like giant wings. From certain angles, Sarah herself nearly disappeared inside it. Some called it couture brilliance. Others said she looked like the world's fanciest birthday present. It was playful, exaggerated, and exactly the kind of weird fashion the Met Gala needs. Look number 10, Madonna's dark cathedral look. Madonna entered like she owned a haunted kingdom. She wore black lace, a dramatic crown, cathedral-length veil, leather gloves, and heavy Gothic jewelry. The outfit looked somewhere between royal funeral fashion and vampire empress couture. Fans online said she looked like the Queen of Darkness, a stylish villainess, Gothic church fashion icon. Only Madonna could wear something this intense and make it feel natural. Look number 9, Cardi B's giant rose headpiece. Cardi B wore a fitted black gown, but nobody talked about the dress. Why? Because around her face was a giant, blooming red rose headpiece. The petals were so large, they framed her entire head like a flower portal. Some angles made it look like she was trapped inside the rose. The internet had jokes immediately. Valentine's Day boss level, a glamorous bouquet, Beauty and the Beast reboot villain. But Cardi carried it with confidence, making bizarre feel fabulous. Look number 8, Jordan Roth's walking artwork. Jordan Roth doesn't attend the Met Gala, he performs at it. He wore a giant cape painted with surreal faces, dramatic eyes, and abstract art. Then he opened the cape wide for photographers like giant wings. Suddenly, it stopped being clothing and became a moving museum exhibit. People nearby looked confused and amazed. That's exactly the point. Jordan always turns fashion into theater. Look number 7. CZ's Moon Garden dress. Ceza arrived in a glowy yellow gown covered in floral vines, crystals, moon details, and glowing accents hidden in the fabric. The dress shimmered differently from every angle. It looked like a fairy queen wandered into outer space and came back dressed for the Met Gala. Some loved the fantasy. Others thought there was too much happening at once. But that mix of beautiful and strange made it unforgettable. Look number 6. Katy Perry's mechanical flower dress. Katy Perry gave us classic Met Gala madness. She wore a metallic gown with giant flower petals attached to the skirt that slowly opened as she walked. Yes, the dress mechanically bloomed. The petals moved unexpectedly, which made some people nervous standing near her. Fans said she looked like a transforming tulip, robot garden couture, a luxury lamp waking up. Ridiculous? Maybe. Entertaining? Absolutely. Look number 5. Lady Gaga's paint explosion gown. Lady Gaga knows fashion is about moments. She first arrived as elegant, simple, almost too normal. Then assistants suddenly appeared and splashed bright paint across the dress live on the carpet. Blue, pink, yellow, red. The crowd gasped. Within seconds, the gown transformed into wearable chaos. Only Gaga could turn being attacked by paint into couture performance art. Look number 4. Gwendolyn Christie's fantasy warrior cape. Gwendolyn Christie looked like she marched in from another universe. She wore silver robes, metallic armor details, sculpted shoulders, and a cape stretching dramatically behind her. The outfit made her look 10 feet tall. Fans said she looked like Moon Queen, sci-fi goddess, final boss of Fashion Week, huge, theatrical, and gloriously over the top. Look number 3. Lisa's crystal serpent look. Lalisa Manable, known as Lisa, stunned in a sleek white gown wrapped in crystal serpent detailing twisting around her body. The snake design crawled from waist to shoulder, giving the illusion it was moving. Sharp styling, fierce makeup, and cold confidence made the look even more dramatic. She looked glamorous, but slightly dangerous. Exactly the right kind of weird. Look number 2. Janelle Monáe's optical illusion suit. Janelle Monáe delivered one of the smartest weird looks of the night. She wore a black and white geometric suit layered in patterns so confusing it looked like the outfit was moving in photos. Lines bent, shapes shifted, cameras struggled to focus. With a dramatic hat and futuristic styling, she looked like living modern art. This wasn't just weird fashion, it was genius weird fashion. Look number 1. Doja Cat's golden birdcage dress. The weirdest look of the night goes to Doja Cat. She wore a shimmering gold beige gown with a giant metallic birdcage structure around her upper body, covered in crystal bow. Every photo looked more bizarre than the last. Some fans called it genius. Others called it expensive confusion. But everyone talked about it, and that's exactly why it wins. Bonus weird looks. Quick shout out to Doechii in a graffiti-inspired oversized suit, Iseult in a dramatic sculpted velvet silhouette, Stevie Nicks in mystical black chiffon layers and lace gloves. Met Gala 2026 gave us glamour, confusion, performance art, and fashion so weird it instantly became iconic. Now tell me below, who had the weirdest look? Who was your favorite? And who totally went too far? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Glam Popcorn for more celebrity fashion breakdowns and red carpet drama. See you in the next one.